We are in the process of doing our Kirby nails. We were on a different live, and unfortunately we hit a copyright problem, so I had to go ahead and get back into a fresh live. So, just kind of waiting for my peoples to come back and find me real quick. I'll go ahead and clean my brush real quick. There we go. Alrighty, I am going to get more of my hot pink out though real quick because we are currently in the middle of doing Kirby's feet. So, there's that. Alrighty. Now. Okay. We're going to have one of our feet out here. Alrighty. I'm going to make that a little more rounder this way. And when you're doing characters, you really got to be careful that the dimensions are matching, or you're going to have an idea of a character, but something that doesn't look anything like what you wanted. So you really do have to be careful about your dimensions. Which is why I'm trying to get these feet the right angle of roundness. Alrighty. I need a little bigger back here. Alrighty. Alrighty. That's better. Alrighty, now I'm gonna put the other foot right over here. Alrighty. Alrighty. There we go. Alrighty. Now we got Kirby's feet. Alrighty. Actually, I want to make that a little bit bigger over here. Alrighty. You silly little line, come on. There we go. I had a stupid little line that did not want to freaking come back in, and it was becoming a stinker. Alrighty. There's our Kirby's feet. Okay. think I need to make this portion a little bit darker though. It seems thin, so I'm gonna fix that thin spot right there. Alrighty. It'll be a lot easier to see our Kirby once we've done the outline for him, but I think he's looking good so far. I think his foot needs to come down just a little bit more though. Yeah, that seems much better. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and pop that into Cure now, and then we can get on his face and his outline. And once we do his outline, it'll be a lot easier actually to see Kirby's body because of the pink background behind him. They are very close in color. I've got about 20 seconds left on that cure. And then we'll be moving on to our next step then. Alrighty. There we are. Real quick, I'm just taking care or cleaning my brush real quick. Alrighty. I'm gonna go ahead and grab out my black and we'll start on some of his details. Okay. Trying to decide whether I want to center the eyes or the mouth first. I think we're going to go with the eyes. Okay. So hold on real quick. I'm just going to fix those dimensions for his eyes real quick off the camera where I don't have the light flash in my eyes. Again, when you're doing character art, dimensions really are important. Otherwise, you end up with an idea that you wanted for the character, but you don't have the character. Okay. In my opinion, I put his eyes together too close together, so real quick, I'm going to take that off and make his eyes a little further apart. So we'll put the first eye back here a little bit more. Because he's at a side angle. So we don't want him to actually look like he's weird looking. Alright, much better. Let me fix his dimensions for his eyes real quick. There we go. Now our Kirby's eyes look much, much better. Just look at that. Much better. Okay. Pop that in really quick for 30 seconds. Just a half cure. And then we'll move on to his mouth and his cheeks. We'll pop those in, and then I can do the whites of his eyes and get him looking all cute. And then we'll go ahead and we'll paint on his arm and do his weapon. That's got about a second left. All right, there we go. All right, now real quick, we're gonna do his mouth. Again, when you're doing a side angle, you got to be really careful at how you're placing everything. Real quick, I'm going to go ahead and place his cheeks too. While we're at it. There we are. Now Kirby's got his cheekies. Alrighty. We're going to pop that in for a full cure. That way our black doesn't kind of wipe off and not be as pigmented. We want those details to be pigmented. Hi, Genesee. Yes, I remember you from my last live. It was so nice actually having somebody who wanted to conversate with me. Yes, I remember. How are you? Hope you have been doing well. Yeah, we definitely wanted to do some more of that Kirby aesthetic. I was so upset that we did those with the pop offset last time, so I didn't get to keep them. So I was like, all right, let's do it again, but let's do it just a little bit different. That way my viewers can see different ways of being able to wear characters and stuff like that. So that way you have more ideas for when you go to the salon, or if you're a nail artist yourself, you have a little bit more inspiration. But I think these little Kirby's are just the cutest thing, honestly. I think they're my favorite. I mean, I liked my 3D Kirby on my last one. As you can see right here, like, I think that was so cute. But I just think these little Kirby's are so much cuter. So much cuter. Oh, I have so been there about getting distracted about Pinterest. I swear I post on Instagram and TikTok and then YouTube, and then I completely forget half the time about freaking posting for Pinterest. So I really do need to get back on my Pinterest and kind of update it for all the different things that I have done. But for the most part, you can always go and check out any one of my channels, though, in general, and definitely see what I've been kind of like up to. Alrighty, let's do the whites of his eyes now, shall we? There we are. This eye is just so cute. I'm going to make one of those dots just a little bit bigger, though. There we are. He is turning out so adorable. Like I said, once we get his outline done, it'll be a lot easier to see Kirby. Again, the devil is always in those details, like I always tell you guys. Always the devil in the details. All right. Pop those in for a quick 30-second cure. Just a half cure real quick. Again, we'll be... With nail art, you're constantly popping your hand in. So it's all right to do half cures with little details and everything like that. Because the next time you do another detail and pop your hand back in, it's getting the rest of the cure anyways. It's just one way to kind of help save yourself a little bit of time. And let me say this, if you guys are enjoying my jewelry at all, okay, let me point out this right here is actually from, I do believe the way they pronounce it is Mellery, Mellery.co, but this is actually stunning, and it's actually water resistant. And then my ring is from Saga Jewels. It is also water resistant, and it gives me this really mermaid kind of feel to the ring. I love it. So I was definitely happy when I received my pieces. So if you guys are wanting to check out their sites, you can always use my code Nails by Lulu at checkout and you can get a discount. I do believe the Mellery one is Nails by Lulu 88 at discount, and the other one is just Nails by Lulu. Alrighty, let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead. We're going to do the black outline actually next. Yes, we are. Alrighty. So. Alrighty. And actually, that's not as pigmented as we want, so we are going to use our actual liner gel. It's way more pigmented. I was just trying not to waste all the black that I had out here on my pad. So we're going to go ahead and get out our liner gel. I'll just re-clean that real quick. Get that off. Now this is so very, very pigmented. You don't need much at all. As you can tell, I am literally constantly wiping my brush off. Just getting enough to go down the brush itself. And you'll see exactly what I mean. Okay? I mean, just look how pigmented that is. That literally so pigmented. You do not need a lot when you've got liner gels. Be sure to be wiping off your brush. Alrighty. Alrighty. And again, y'all, please remember to hit that like button and subscribe so you can be notified when I go live in the future. It also helps me out a little bit if you know. If you know, you know. Here, let me zoom in a little more for y'all so y'all can see a little better the detail that this liner is giving us. 1 foot down. Alrighty. Alrighty. Let me contort real quick, y'all. Alrighty, contorted. There we go. Look how cute he is. Ooh. Actually, good thing we remembered that. Almost blocked in where his arm's supposed to go with his knife. Okay, so let me take my trick here. And we've created our opening. Voila. Actually, I'm going to take it back just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. There we are. And like that, we have blocked out the line, so that way we can do our arm and our knife still, and we pop that in 30 seconds. And now I'm going to hurry up and do the knife and his arm before I completely forget that I'm supposed to be doing that. Because I've got so many ideas rattling around in my head for freaking these nails that I'm going to forget a detail. And I don't want to do that, so. Before we get a little too ahead of ourselves, we're going to back it up a smidge. I'm going to do his arm real quick. Make you a little more rounder. Just a little bit up here for his fingers. I'm going to bring that right over to that line. And then we're going to bring this right in here. Like so. And there we go. Kirby has his arm. And now we can put the knife in his hand. Because he's killing it. He's killing it. But we're going to make it a little bit bigger. There we go. I'm going to feather that in just a little bit. So when we put our clear coat on, it's all good. Alrighty. Popping that in. Actually, we're going to put a full cure on that because since we're painting something over the hand, I need everything underneath it to be fully cured. Yeah. Oh, I run out of black and white so fast too. I have to say, like, I was actually so mad at myself about a month ago because hold on, as soon as I get this dry, I can actually open this can and show you But I literally got myself down to absolutely the bare minimum and realized that I had decided to do a black gothic set that required a lot of black to then chrome. And I'm like, I don't have enough. I don't have enough black liner to do this chrome look. Like, oh no. So yeah, it literally, I mean, that thing is so empty. So empty. I go through black so much. The last time I did white, I just went ahead and ordered two because I use a lot of white. I really do. But my black is required for so many different designs, and I always forget to buy enough black. So this past time, I went ahead and I bought two of those too. Went right ahead. All right. Where is my brown? There's my brown. All right. I'm going to make a little wooden hilt for the knife. So I'm going to need my brown here. Okay. Actually, back up here. Because I don't know the actual length of the blade, I can't do that. So back up one more step here. I am getting ahead of myself. Grab me my liquid chrome. And I do mean liquid chrome. Oh, love that stuff. Okay. Because if you're going to paint metal, you might as well have liquid chrome. You really should. You just really should. Okay. So. Alrighty, real quick. Let me make that a little bigger. Okay. Why on earth is it acting on me like I've got oil on my nail? This is weird. This is weird. It's literally running. Not staying where it's supposed to. Like, literally, like, spreading out and running on the nail. And I'm like, why are you acting like there's oil on my nail? Okay. Okay, come on, be a little rounder. Okay. Here's my blade so far, but we need to make it a little fatter because his hand is just bigger. So. There we go. Now it's a little fatter. Alrighty. Fill in that thin spot. Okay. Alright, now I've officially made it, I think, big enough. I'm just going to sit here and wait a few minutes for it to mirrorize for my strokes. And then we'll pop it in, and then I can do the hilt of the blade, and it won't look so weird. And then we can go ahead and finish our outline, and it'll look much better. This is what happens, though, when you get a little ahead of yourself. And by ahead of myself, I didn't do Kirby's arm. I mean, come on. The whole plan was to put a knife in it, but I don't paint Kirby's arm when I'm painting his outline. Getting ahead of myself. No. Okay. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to clean my brush real quick. We'll grab that brown. Alrighty. Now we're going to make our hilt for our knife. As soon as I can find the outline for my knife. Oh, come on. Stop bubbling in my tip. There we go. Ugh, stupid glare. Okay. That is horrible. Like, dimensions, everything was horrible. Okay. Okay. Hold on, y'all. I gotta fix this for a second because I actually screwed that up, like, really bad. Alright. I don't know why this is happening, but I may have to fix this off live real quick and then come back. If I come back, because honestly it's date night and I'm missing date night. Yes, I am. I am missing date night. I was supposed to be off of here like half hour ago. So I may finish this tomorrow after I finish trying to fix Kirby's knife. Because for some reason, the metal is just not working with me. All right. I am going to go ahead and fix this off live, y'all. I will see you all later. Have a fun night. Bye.